Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and today I'm driving a 2021 Chevy Trailblazer. No, this is not the Trailblazer of old. It is the new Trailblazer, the small, compact SUV. Yeah. It's been a few years since I've been in a Trailblazer of any kind, and I really wanted to get my hands behind the wheel of this one just because I was curious about what they are doing with this vehicle. Where is it going to sell? What's their target customer? And really looking at this is their entry-level vehicle. It's going to kind of compete with the Trax that was going on for a few years. This is the more stylish version. I think this is much more stylish than the Trax is going to be. But let's go ahead and start talking about this. Let's talk about the exterior, interior. I'll give you some drive impressions. We'll kind of wrap up some final thoughts here on the 2021 Chevy Trailblazer. So let's go ahead and start with the exterior. All right, here's our exterior. We have this kind of sleek front end. It's kind of nice. It has this little look to it here. I do like this front end. We have the bow tie in the gold. We have the headlights there. We have some fog lamps and edit lights there. Daytime running lights up top. So as we come around the side, we have some fake tow hook holders. Let's come around the side. We have the Hankook Dynapro AT2 tires. These are 255/60 R17s. We have some black cladding there as well. You can kind of see the sideline. We have this little bit of a brown here, and then we have kind of roof racks there as well. We do have the keyless entry here. Just press the button. Okay, around the back we have a dual chrome exhaust, which is pretty cool. We have the Trailblazer all-wheel drive. This is the active trim without the E because we're fancy like that. The headlamps, or the tail lamps, wrap around the side, which is pretty nice. And then you kind of see the full finish. You can see the small hatch in the back. And then we have the top with the roof rails. But this is open this up. And we have some room there. I have a video. I'm having this, but it's had this video us taking some stuff home. But yeah, so some storage room there. And then this opens up. And we have some floor mats. We have floor mats, and we have the spare donut. There we go, there's that. And those floor mats replace these here. As you can see, they have the kind of hard plastic there, which is nice. One of my things is, powered seats and lumbar, is when I close the door handle, just a little tinny. Just wish it would be a little more solid when it closes. Let's check out underneath the hood. Okay, there's our little turbo, giving it all she's got. And there's underneath the hood. We do have the oil check there, right there, and windshield wiper fluid there. So everything works pretty well. Everything's easy to get to. That's the nice part of having a small car, is that it's easy to get everything. Okay, let's go ahead and check out this interior. So we have this nice kind of dual tone color and a little bit in the sun. So I'll see if I can't get a little closer. We have this kind of chrome, little brown, and it's like a coffee brown, espresso brown, and I have the plastic on top here, which is fine. I mean, this is kind of what you'd want with plastic. You know, this is what you expect in this price point. I do have the dash here, and you have some settings to flip through, and that center dash, so you can kind of trip, average fuel economy, fuel information, oil life indicator, tire pressure, and air filter, and speed. So, you know, quite a few little things to flip through and see economy trend and how well you're doing on fuel. If you smash the gas, you go red, and red's not good. So, and it's a two-wheel drive. This is an all-wheel drive version. So you have down here, you have all-wheel drive. We have sport mode. We have traction control off. This is lane keep assist, and then we have auto start stop, which is supposed to turn on and off when I'm just sitting here. That sometimes works. Behind the steering wheel always is interesting to point out with GM products. We do have the volume, and we have the I can flip through my stations on the other side. Cruise control here, and this is for collision there. So Bluetooth and the phone. So we have a smaller screen here. We do have some nice vents up top, and we have the screen. This is kind of flip through infotainment screen. Works pretty well. I have no comms there. And down here we have the heating and cooling controls. I do have some heated seat bottoms. I do have a couple of USBs down here, which is nice. The newer USB-C, older USB, and then I have a wireless charging down there. And so you can take your phone, if I can get it in my pocket here in a minute, and you throw it down there, and it should start charging. Oh, I may have to... Oh, there it is. it started charging, so that's cool. I do have the shifter here, which is nice. It just kind of fits. One thing is a little bit, this is a little tall. This is the storage bin here, which is kind of small and useless. And it is pretty tall, so you can see my hand. A little bit of an issue. Maybe that could be a little bit shorter, because it's not really something I can rest on. Kind of have a catch-all here. I kind of have a wallet and different things. Kind of catch-all storage there. Couple cup holders. I did use my big 32-ounce Yeti. It fits well there. We have some piano black plastic there going across. Then we have that nice brown there as well. We have the second row seats where the kids have been in. And I'm going to show you a video here in a second. We accidentally stopped at Home Depot and bought a bunch of stuff on the way to lunch. Our person we're meeting for lunch was late, so we kind of overbought. So I'll show you the storage back there, see how much room there is. Let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, this is called filling up the Trailblazer. So we went to lunch, ran a little bit early for lunch, we went shopping, and this is what happens when you have 4 people and you wanted to buy a bunch of stuff. How was that? You get enough room back there, buddy?
Let me get in. Okay, put it very carefully. Those are sharp on the bottom, and let's not split them.
Yeah, so
now I can't move it out.
Be advised that you don't have a ton of room, but you got some. Another advantage of the backup camera is, like you can see, can't see anything. See anything, right? Can't see anything at all. Aha. Nothing? Ah, there we go. That's much better.
Nothing and something.
Okay, and this is the 2021 Active all-wheel drive Active iridescent pearl jet black interior 1.3 turbo transmission 9-speed. $31,375 after $3,380 in options, which I'll show you more, like I said, on that screen as far as what's on Chevrolet.com. 28 combined, 26 city, 30 highway, and this is built in Korea. And engines in Mexico and transmissions in Mexico. So, yep, a Korean-built vehicle. And just some specs. It comes with a 1.2, 1.3, and available CVT or a 9-speed automatic for the all-wheel drive. CVT gets it front-wheel drive. One estimated best is going to be front-wheel drive, 33 for the highway. Lots of cargo room, lots of safety features. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Chevrolet Entertainment 7-inch. That's a 7-inch diagonal screen. 4G LTE Wi-Fi, and the Active, like I said, features exclusive content. We'll talk more about that in this video. Style, functionality 19,000, LS, LT, Active, and RS for different vehicles. Best in class rear seat legroom. Ooh, there you go. Which is still really small. Okay, let's talk about this Trailblazer, and let's talk about different trim levels. So we have the L, LS, LT, Active, and RS. You can see that it starts with a 1.2 liter turbo. That's kind of their base engine, 137 horsepower. And you can get that in front-wheel drive. When you go to all-wheel drive, you get the 1.3 with 9 speeds. So it's only the CVT and 1.2 with the front-wheel drive. And then when you get down to the Active, this is the trim I had, and there's nothing to talk to me about what it was, but if you click on this, the little icon, we can see it gets additional replacing LT features. So we get the 1.3 turbo. That is going to be standard with the direct injection start-stop technology. The dual outlet exhaust. We have the LED tail lamps, the sport terrain tires, which we'll talk about, rear center armrest, kind of an odd thing to have as a feature, leather wrap shift knob, leather wrap steering wheel, okay, set of plastic, 17-inch high gloss black machined wheels, off-road suspension tuning. Okay, so it's meant for more dirt, so you can handle the dirt a little bit better, and a functional skid plate. So there'll be a skid plate down here. So if you hit a rock or hit something, it's going to go ahead and not damage the engine. And then you'll have, there's a standard features and mechanical. So there's basically it's all the same stuff as an LT. You just get the skid plate, you get different tires, and you get the standard engine. And then we have the, there's your horsepower at 5,600 RPMs and 170 foot-pounds of torque at 1,600 RPMs. You'll notice that this foot-pounds of torque is at lower RPM than the horsepower, and that's because it's turbo engine. Turbo engines usually deliver better torque at lower number because when that turbo kicks on. So that's kind of what's going on there when we talk about the active trim. That's what you're getting, is you're getting tires, skid plate, some leather wrap stuff, the rear center armrest, LED tail lamps, and the dual exhaust outlet on the back. Oh, and the off-road suspension tuning. Okay, now on the open road as you're driving along, it's a pretty good drive. I got to temper this with what I'm driving and the price point, what the customer's expecting in this. I have 155 horsepower in this 1.3 liter turbo, made it to a 9-speed transmission, and it takes a little bit to get up and going, takes a little bit to get going in gear. Used to be the old joke, took a while to get the gerbils inside the cage to get moving, to get the engine going. But no, I mean, it's fine. It's just not something that you're going to be wowed by with this powertrain. It's not exceptionally quick. It's not exceptionally amazing. But it fits the vehicle and fits the needs. This is more about fuel economy and price point. And so, this is, to me, more of a city kind of vehicle, which work out great around town, having that, that horsepower with that turbo. So I think overall, I think it's fine. I would like a little bit more. I mean, I think my 1962 C10 has 155 horsepower, so maybe in all these years do a little better there. Drive inputs, when it moves pretty easily. It's easy to steer. Behind the wheels, dead on center, hands on the wheel, but dead on center as far as I do not have much steering wheel input, which is nice. So for like a longer distance trip, you're not going to be so fatigued driving this. There's a little more road noise in this that I'd like personally, but again, price point, this is not what I'm expecting from this. The cruise control works great, everything works fine, all the safe technology works. I mean, that's the way you'd expect it. Visibility is pretty good. I mean, there's a pretty good size A-pillar here, and the windshield's a little bit domed at the top a little bit, just not quite as visible as maybe they could be, but overall, I mean, I don't have any problems. I'm sitting back a little bit in the seat, and I can see pretty clearly all the way around me, and I have good visibility as far as the mirrors. The rear view mirror, it's a smaller hatch in the back, so you don't have that much visibility in the rear, but who cares? I never really care who's behind me. And when I'm backing up, I have the camera that shows up when I'm backing up, so I don't have a really problem there. So I'd say visibility is pretty okay. Drive comfort's okay as far as the seats. I haven't spent a long time in these seats. I've had some issues with Chevy seats in the past. This feels like it doesn't have that same kind of hard metal bar I feel like in the Silverados that I've driven, or the Yukon or Tahoes. So maybe these are different seats. Hopefully they are. That's one Achilles heel I've had with the GM products. The seat comfort feels pretty fine. The back feels pretty stiff, and again, pretty decent visibility for a small SUV. But I wouldn't have any qualms about driving this, of owning this. There's no problems there. Just like I said, my few nitpicks, but overall I think it's fine. I think it's fine for what they're positioning for. A younger couple, maybe an older couple that doesn't want to get down in a sedan anymore. This is probably perfect because you're not going to have to bend down so much, and you have a cheaper price point. So newer car, newer warranty, good fuel economy, and for long distance trips, no big deal. And as far as the road noise goes, the speakers work well. So just turn up music. Your problem solved. Problem solved. All right, hey, for more, check out this video over here. Website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.